Here's the analysis result for the guy you filled out the survey for. The result? C minus. This guy is below par. He has some issues to watch out for. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He is more talk than action when it comes to his career. He can impress people with his ideas and passion, but he struggles to follow through or stick to a routine. He enjoys the excitement of new plans but loses interest once real effort is needed.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he tends to break down rather than bounce back. He finds it hard to handle problems calmly, and his emotions can get the better of him. He might snap at others or become moody and upset for a while.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work may find him difficult to get along with, and he is likely to end up in arguments more often than not. He doesn't always think about how others feel and can come across as rude or insensitive. When things don't go his way, he can lose his temper or say things that upset colleagues.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do really well in your career, he may feel insecure rather than proud. He can get easily upset when things don't revolve around him, and your success might make him feel left out or less important. Be prepared for some tension or even arguments as he struggles to handle your success gracefully.
What if you start earning more than him?
Yes, if you earn more than him, he is likely to secretly resent you or feel insecure. He may not say it openly, but you might notice him becoming moody, making small jabs, or starting arguments over little things. Instead of being happy for you, he could see your higher earnings as a bruise to his pride.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He is not very careful with money and tends to spend without much thought. You might find him buying things on impulse or not keeping track of where his money goes. He lives more in the moment and doesn't always think about the long term results of his spending.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He is likely to pretend to be richer than he is. He enjoys keeping up appearances and doesn't hold back when it comes to spending on things that make him look good, even if his wallet can't truly support it. This habit can sometimes lead to debt or stress later on.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He's not exactly open handed or kind when it matters. While he might be playful and lively, he doesn't really go out of his way to care for others or show generosity. If someone needs help, be it emotional or financial, he's unlikely to step up or offer support easily.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He's more likely to be secretive and a bit careless when it comes to money. He doesn't like difficult conversations and may hide things if he thinks it will cause an argument or make him look bad. He's not the type to sit with you and work out a clear budget.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is unlikely to offer much help with housework and may believe it's mostly your job. He doesn't feel a strong sense of responsibility when it comes to chores or keeping things tidy. If you leave things undone, chances are he won't step in on his own or even notice.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He is more likely to help by just watching or giving advice rather than actually doing the chores or changing diapers. He doesn't naturally step in to share the workload, and you might find him sitting nearby or telling you what to do instead of rolling up his sleeves. When it comes to real hands on help, he tends to disappear or make excuses.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He's more likely to argue to prove he's right than try to understand your side. When there's a disagreement, he often focuses on winning the argument rather than listening to your feelings or reasons. Talking things through calmly isn't his strong point.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he tends to say hurtful things and can act aggressive. Respectful or gentle behavior isn't what you'll see during a fight. He might yell, use harsh words, or even make you feel small just to win the argument.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, this is the kind of man who gets angry very quickly. Even little things can set him off, and he doesn't always try to hold back his feelings. Don't ignore this warning sign just because you hope for the best.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He has a hard time saying sorry and taking real responsibility for his actions. When things go wrong, he is much more likely to blame you or find some excuse rather than admit his own mistakes. If you bring up a problem, he might turn it around on you, making you feel guilty or at fault.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He is not the best at respecting boundaries and may struggle to accept no without pushing back. If you say you're uncomfortable or need space, he could try to persuade you, argue, or make you feel bad for saying no. This can leave you feeling pressured or unsafe, especially in private moments.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he's likely to take it personally when you're not in the mood for intimacy. Instead of understanding that everyone has their own feelings and comfort, he might see your no as a rejection or insult to himself. You may feel guilty or pressured to change your mind just to avoid a fight or cold behavior.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
You should be careful trusting him with your most private moments. If he gets upset or wants to make a point, he might use things you shared during intimate times against you by making mean comments or bringing them up to hurt your feelings. He doesn't always think about how his words or actions can affect you, especially if he's angry.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He's easily distracted by other women and may not be very faithful in a relationship. His desire for excitement and attention often pulls him towards new faces or flirtations even when he's committed. Staying loyal requires self control and deep care, which are not his strong qualities.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he can be over possessive, often acting jealous, controlling, or suspicious. He may keep track of where you go, who you talk to, or even question you about small things. Over time, it can feel suffocating and make you doubt yourself.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, with him, what may seem like a protective nature is actually a sign of a controlling personality. He might say he's looking out for you, But in reality, he wants things his way and struggles to trust you to make your own choices. True protection lets you grow and feel secure, not trapped or bossed around.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will most likely expect you to do most of the parenting work rather than seeing it as a team effort. He doesn't take initiative or responsibility easily, and when things get tough with the kids, he may step back or disappear instead of helping. If you ask for support, he might complain, get irritated, or do the bare minimum.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he is likely to lose his temper rather than stay calm. Small mistakes or emotional moments can quickly make him frustrated, and he might shout, use harsh words, or even say things that hurt their feelings. He doesn't easily handle stress or setbacks, so emotional balance is not his strong suit.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He is unlikely to fully support your role as both a mother and your own person. While he may enjoy your company and expect you to manage the home and children, he struggles to recognize your own needs, dreams, and feelings outside these roles. This could leave you feeling unappreciated and alone in your journey.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, he is the kind of man who might seem supportive of your career at first, but later ask you to quit after you have a child. While things may start off smooth, he doesn't truly value your independence or ambitions deep down. This change can feel confusing and hurtful, especially if you dreamed of both career and family.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is likely to act polite on the surface with your parents, but not show real warmth or deep care. When they visit or you talk about them, he may say and do what's expected, but it could feel a bit forced or empty. If family warmth is important to you, this difference will stand out clearly. He will likely expect your family to adjust for him, rather than making much effort to fit in himself.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he is more likely to make things worse than handle it calmly. When tensions rise, he may react with anger, sharp words, or even arguments, making the situation heavier than it needs to be. His lack of patience and quick temper can turn manageable problems into bigger issues.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he's likely to act modern with you in private, but expect you to be the traditional supportive wife in front of his relatives. When it's just the two of you, he might allow or even enjoy some freedom and a relaxed lifestyle. Over time, this double standard can leave you feeling confused, frustrated, or not truly yourself.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he is more likely to stay out of it or even side with his family rather than support you. He doesn't naturally step up to defend you or stand by your side during conflicts, especially when family is involved. Sometimes he may even agree with his relatives just to keep peace on their side.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He is very likely a mummy's boy and will rarely choose your side in a conflict with his mother. His loyalty often leans towards her and he finds it hard to stand up for you or challenge her opinions. You may feel as though your feelings and comfort get overlooked just to keep his mother happy.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he is likely to share details of your fights and private life with his mother or sister. Whenever there's tension or disagreement, he may turn to them instead of working things out with you first. Over time, you might feel betrayed, exposed, and unsure if anything between you stays confidential.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So, after all that analysis, we can conclude that this guy is a C minus. This guy is below par and he has some serious issues to watch out for. Being in a relationship with this man Day in and day out can feel like you're always walking on eggshells. His moods change quickly, and little things can set him off, leading to arguments or hurtful words.